From Zakham to Shifa, broken chains when love becomes prison and boundaries become freedom. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful souls, and welcome back to From Zakham to Shifa, our sacred space where we learn that sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to stop enabling someone else's harmful behavior, and that boundaries are not walls built from hatred, but bridges built from self-respect. I am your sister on this journey, and today we are walking into territory that makes many of us uncomfortable, the recognition that some relationships in our lives may be slowly poisoning our souls, and that protecting ourselves from toxicity is not selfish, it is necessary. This is about understanding that Islam calls us to be kind, but not be doormats, that we can honor our family ties while still protecting our mental health. Sometimes, the most compassionate thing we can do for someone who hurts us repeatedly is to stop making it easy for them to do so. When love becomes suffocation. I will tell you about Khadija's story. The name has been changed. She is 35, successful in her career, devoted in her faith, but every Sunday family dinners leaves her feeling drained, anxious, and questioning her worth. Her mother criticizes everything: her cooking, her parenting, her appearance, her life choices. Her brother makes jokes at her expense that cut deep, then dismisses her hurt with, "You're too sensitive." But they are my family, she tells me, and Islam teaches us to be kind to our parents, to maintain family ties. How can I protect myself without being a bad Muslim? This is the trap so many of us fall into. We confuse enduring abuse with showing love. We mistake enabling harmful behavior with being patient. We think that setting boundaries means we are being cruel, when in reality, staying in toxic dynamics without boundaries is cruel to everyone involved. The Quran tells us, "And lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy." But notice, it says humility, not humiliation. It says mercy, not martyrdom. Allah never asked us to sacrifice our dignity on the altar of family obligation. When someone consistently treats you in ways that damage your self-worth, your peace, your relationship with Allah, that is not a relationship you are meant to preserve at any cost. That is a relationship that needs healing, and healing often requires boundaries. The prophetic model of boundaries. Let us look at how our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, dealt with toxic behavior. When his own uncle Abu Lahab repeatedly attacked him, insulted him, and worked to undermine his message, the Prophet, peace be upon him, did not continue to expose himself to that abuse in the name of family ties. He maintained his dignity. He responded with grace when necessary, but he did not make himself available for continued harm. The Quran teaches us, "And whoever saves a life, it is as if he has saved all of mankind." But what if the life you need to save is your own? What if the soul you need to rescue is being slowly destroyed by relationships that take and take without ever giving back? There is a profound difference between being patient with someone's flaws and enabling their destructive behavior. Patience is when your mother-in-law makes comment about your cooking and you respond with grace. Enabling is when you continue to invite abuse by never setting consequences of harmful behavior. The anatomy of toxic relationships. So how do we recognize when a relationship has become toxic? Here are some signs that have guided me in my life, and I hope they do the same for you. Consistent disrespect. When someone repeatedly crosses your boundaries, dismisses your feelings, and treats you in ways they would never treat a stranger, that is not love expressing itself poorly. That is toxicity. Emotional manipulation. When someone uses guilt, shame, or fear to control your behavior. If you really love me, you would. Or, after everything I've done for you. These are manipulation tactics, not expressions of genuine hurt. One-sided sacrifice. When you are always the one apologizing, always the one compromising, always the one making excuses for their behavior, that is not a relationship. That is a hostage situation. I will share with you Amina's transformation. Name has been changed. For years, she endured her sister's verbal abuse because that's just how she is, she said. Every family gathering became a minefield. Every phone call left her feeling worthless. She kept thinking that if she just loved harder, gave more, was more patient, her sister would change. But toxicity is not cured by our tolerance of it. In fact, our tolerance often enables it to grow stronger. When Amina finally started setting boundaries, her sister was angry at first, but eventually, she began to modify her behavior because the old patterns were no longer working. Setting boundaries with Islamic grace. Setting boundaries does not mean becoming harsh or cutting people off completely. It means protecting your peace while still maintaining your Islamic character. Here is how. Be clear but kind. I love you, but I will not accept being spoken to that way. You are not attacking their character. You are protecting your dignity. Set consequences and follow through. If someone continues harmful behavior after you have expressed your boundaries, there must be consequences. This might mean leaving the room, ending the phone call, or limiting your interactions. Do not justify endlessly. You do not need to convince someone that your boundaries are reasonable. I have decided I need some space is enough to be said. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us, whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak good or remain silent. And he also demonstrated that we do not have to remain present for abuse. We can speak good when possible, remain silent when necessary, and remove ourselves when our well-being is at stake. Remember, you can pray for someone's guidance from a distance. You can love someone's soul while protecting yourself from their behavior. You can honor the good they have done while refusing to enable the harm they are causing. The healing that boundaries bring. When you start settling healthy boundaries, something beautiful happens. You begin to remember who you are outside of toxic dynamics. You start to heal from wounds you did not even realize were still bleeding. You create space for relationships that actually nourish your soul. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for someone who has been treating you poorly is to stop enabling their behavior. When you set boundaries, you are giving them the opportunity to grow, to change, to become better versions of themselves. Not everyone will take that opportunity. Some people will choose to remain toxic and blame you for changing. But that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to protect the soul Allah entrusted to you and to create space for the relationships that honor both your humanity and your faith. Beautiful souls, if you are in a relationship that consistently leaves you feeling small, worthless, or disconnected from your own peace, I want you to know that protecting yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. You can honor your Islamic values while still honoring your own dignity. You can be kind without being a doormat. You can maintain family ties without maintaining toxic dynamics. The next time you are faced with someone who consistently crosses your boundaries, ask yourself, is my tolerance of this behavior serving their growth or enabling their toxicity? And consider this. What would change in my life if I started protecting my peace as carefully as I protect other people's feelings? Remember, Allah placed you in this world to be a steward of your own soul. Part of that stewardship is knowing when to stay and when to step back, when to endure and when to protect, when to give more love and when to love yourself enough to set boundaries. This is From Zakham to Shifa. Until we meet again, may you find the courage to break the chains that bind you to toxicity and the wisdom to build bridges that lead to healthier, more authentic relationships. Sometimes, the most loving thing we can do is to stop making it easy for others to hurt us. Barakallahu fi. Wassalamu alaikum.